Hey, hello friends. I've been gone for 2 weeks basically. Radio silence. Kinda odd since it's Jurassic June, but this is part of the reason why. There's more reasons, but this is one of the main ones. I've been busy working on this Jurassic World Evolution Park. As you can see, it's gone to be a decent size. This was originally meant to be me. This park was originally meant to be used for me getting used to the keyboard controls, and it has gotten me used to the keyboard controls instead of using a Xbox controller. And it also started because I mainly wanted to make a little engine town over there, the engine worker village in the Lost World. But it's grown into way more than that, as you can see. It's kind of meant to be my Site B park. Uh, most of it is based on Jurassic Park 3. But my basic little storyline for this park is that in 2005, Engine returned to this island and built a whole new compound on it to study dinosaurs. This isn't really meant to be a theme park. There's no viewing galleries, there's no rides, there's no attractions. It's meant to be more of a research facility than anything else. So yeah, let's get into it. So at the start here, we got the perimeter fence. We got the gate, and we got our little power pylon. I like to imagine that these go way further, all the way off in that direction, the power line and the road, leading to other facilities on this island, or docks, or things of that nature. Let's start off on the right here. We have the Acrocanthosaurus enclosure. Following along the road here, get to the gate. We got our little storage area full of cages and some cranes. We have our little dirt road here that leads to feeder station 1, a little goat feeder station. Crossing this little river here, the dirt road continues. We got another little goat feeder station. Down here we have another large feeder station with the carnivore feeders. These are the Operation Genesis Acrocamposauruses. Very beautiful critters. I got 7 of them in here. Over here, away from the dirt road, we got a little nesting site. You'll see way more of this on the tour, but since this is still, I like to pretend it's in that same timeline that the first 3 movies happen. Well, not the same timeline, it's not the movie canon, but like those first 3 movies happen. So there are still ruins on this island that Engine never wanted to demo because, man, it just cost too much money, or they didn't really feel the need to, because most of these are in the enclosures, right? So I got the remains of a feeder station. As you can see, it's a bit more overgrown. And we got the remains of an old abandoned bunker with some supplies left behind. It's all overgrown with the remains of a chain link fence. I should probably also mention, if you haven't noticed by now, this is a heavily modded park. A good, like, more than half of what you see here wouldn't have been possible without mods. But getting back to the little bunker here, it's all overgrown. A bunch of supplies, a little the maintenance shed. It's all overgrown here. As you can see, this enclosure has a big lake that turns into a river with some river crossings that are a bit more swampy. As you can see. But yeah, that's our little Acrocanthosaurus enclosure. Very nice. Moving across the way, their neighbors on the right is the Operation Genesis Carcharodontosaurus. The little storage area, we have 2 cranes. Most of these storage areas aren't complete. I've mainly been trying to work on the enclosures. But going into here, you can barely make it out, but we have a little dirt road. Leads to feeder station 1. Got some Tyrannosaur cages, but they can fit a Tyrannosaur. They're bound to fit Carcharodontosauruses and other large theropods. Going down the dirt road, it ends here with a little goat feeder. In this part of the enclosure, it's kind of like a little desert oasis kind of thing. A tropical resort kind of vibe. I kind of wanted to do something that was a bit deserty because Carcharodontosaurus is from northern Africa. They lived in deserts mainly. So I wanted to make something that felt a bit more homey for them. So we got all the sand. It's kind of like a little oasis, kind of tropical paradise kind of vibe. Going back into here, we got some jungle. We have the remains of an old engine facility with an expedition center, a response facility, and what remains of the supplies and perimeter fence, and even the gate. As you can see, it's all overgrown. Bunch of crates left behind, even vehicles left behind. All that good jazz. Moving back over here, we have our Operation Genesis Camarasaurus and Dryosaurus. There's the beautiful Camarasaurus. Very nice little design. And then accompanying them is the smaller little Dryosaurus. These guys kind of remind me of a parrot, the way the head is. Very nice. Now in this game, there's no herbivore feeders like there were in the first game or in Operation Genesis. But I'm a bit old school. I like the idea of herbivore feeders. So I did put some carnivore feeders in all the herbivore enclosures, and I just deactivated them so you wouldn't see the little tray of meat sitting on top. I just like to pretend that these are like the Operation Genesis feeders, where the doors would open and like a big old paleo bale would just kind of fly out. As you can see, we got a little feeder station there. We got a little lake. We got some forest and some grassland. Over here we have the engine town. It's not like to start out as the worker village from the Lost World with this area mainly, but it's kind of grown into something a bit different from that. Starting at the gate here going in, you got the expedition center, along with a bunch of tents for the the paleontologists that return from their trip to get bones. We have a little cafe, gas station, the in-general store. Nice little play on words there. Some supplies for these. The Isla new bar, nice little pun. It's a bar. Bunch of housing, a nice little church. Some more housing and more gas stations. I still need to fill in the rest of the space. You're gonna see a lot of empty space in some parts. Like I said, this is far from complete. This is just what I have right now. And here we have the only real viewing gallery in the entire park that's actually usable. I put this here long ago so you can see inside the Carnotaurus enclosure. These were the first dinosaurs to be added to this park. We have two meant to kind of be the Carnotauruses from the Lost World novel. They're pretty neat. Ooh. Man, gotta go. This one's meant to be the Bone Breaker Kenner toy. It is the Toro skin, but it's pretty similar. Like if you just kind of replace this tan with black and made the belly more yellow, it'd be pretty close to the Bone Breaker design. I mean, I put that in here because I also put the demon in here. While yes, this is from Dominion, it's based on the Kenner toy by the same name. So I just thought it'd be nice little reference to have those two in there. Little fun thing. And as you can see, much like the Carcharodontosaurus exhibit, it is a little tropical paradise. Oh, that guy got dope. Love the animations on this game. As you can see, we got little carnivore feeders and a little goat feeder. And we have the storage area with some cages, some crates, some more crates, and a crane. Over here we have a bunch of geothermal power stations, 6 of them combined to make one giant plant. There's still a lot of empty space I need to decorate with crates and other things. This is how it's turned out so far. I really like how this looks. And who's low health? Oh, he's stuck. We'll get to this in a sec. This is a problem sometimes. Sometimes you get glitched into the crates. I've only had it happen twice, but still something to be aware of if you're like me. You put a bunch of crates and stuff around your little feeders. Let me just heal this guy real quick. We'll get back to him in a sec. I should also note that in this park, it has the glitch to where dinosaurs will just kind of glitch out their enclosure. They'll just teleport out or glitch through the fence and start wandering the streets. The main offender of this is the Dryasauruses, but I've also seen it with the Acrocamphosaurus. They don't really do it anymore though. But yeah, you met to Engine Town. We got the arrival point, control center. You're gonna see this a lot. Not a lot, well, a little bit. I did put some of the Jurassic World buildings into this park. Because to be honest here, some of them actually fit in quite nicely in my book. Like all you have to do is change like the blue to red and made the railings to red. And they'd be they fit in decently well. And then just change the helicopter tail to instead of have like the Jurassic World, it'd be JP or Jurassic Park. And it honestly fit in quite well, I'd say. We got a little tennis court. We got some crates. We got a ranger station, along with a bunch of crates and whatnot. A little emergency bunker, and then the paleomedical facility. Let's go this way. So most of this park is based on Jurassic Park 3. It is Isla Sorna. I do want to do the Lost World over in that area where it's all empty. But for now, we got Jurassic Park 3 stuff. So over here, we have a raptor training facility. It's not quite on the level that the Jurassic World one is. Cause you can kind of train raptors, but still not fully, I'd say. Especially like these ones that are bred in the wilds. These are the Jurassic Park 3 and Dino Tracker Velociraptors, but I think out of all the wild Velociraptors we've seen, they're definitely the most, like, I don't want to say docile, but they're the most, like, chill. Like, all they did was kill Udesky, and that was really about it. They aren't as vicious as the other raptors, I'd say, from the Lost World in the first movie, but they still are dangerous, but anyways. So here we have the Jurassic Park, the Jurassic World raptor enclosure. I'll have the Jurassic Park one. And then in here we have a little goat feeder with some crates. We have the carnivore feeders. And there are 15 raptors in this enclosure. 4 variants. You have the female Jurassic Park raptor, Jurassic Park 3 raptor. You have the Dino Tracker male raptor. Which is really cool. I love this design. You have the... Oh wait, that's the Dino Tracker male. You have the Jurassic Park 3 male. The Jurassic Park Dino Tracker And as you can see, there's a really large ruin in here. You might be able to guess what this is. This is the engine compound, or well, part of it from from Jurassic Park 3, where Grant and crew go in, and Amanda Kirby's like, "Is this how you make dinosaurs?" And Grant's like, "No, this is how you play God." And you know, they deal with that one raptor that was hiding behind the little tank, pretending to be a decapitated head. It's not a perfect one-to-one recreation. For starters, this bridge is way longer, and the buildings, you're never gonna get perfect buildings. to be honest, to recreate this unless someone adds some mods. This is
Asset to be collected.
basically. Let me just heal this dude real quick. I forgot to mill him earlier. But anyways, that's just my little recreation with artistic liberties to get around some of the limitations of this game. You have the billboard instead of the engine sign, the bridge, and with these deep little creeks or moats or whatever you want to call it. And it's all overgrown. It's got a bunch of abandoned cages and crates and all sorts of stuff. I'll put for out here. If you haven't guessed already, I love decorating these and creating these little ruined structures and these enclosures. Just decorating them. I just like decorating in general. It's one of the highlights of this game for me. But yeah, but after Grand Crew get chased out of here by a raptor, by the raptors, they make their way into the herd scene, which, you know, you've seen this scene where the Parasaurolophus and Coryphosauruses are creating a stampede as they and the Grant team is getting chased by raptors. I tried to recreate it. You know, they got a couple trees here for outputs, mainly open plains with forest in the background. There are 60 of these dinosaurs in here, 30 of each species, with like about 15 of each variant, something like that. But over here we have the little pond, the drink, and we got some more pretend herbivore feeders with supplies. And we got a Jurassic Park free Coryphosaurus, the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis Coryphosaurus. We have Jurassic Park free Parasaurolophus. And then this is, in an attempt to add more variety, we kind of have, it's kind of meant to be kind of like maybe like a male variant of the Jurassic Park free Parasaurolophus. The red stripe and the white stripe from the Lost World design. Just kind of spice it up a little bit with variants. Moving onward, we have the aviary. This is still a work in progress. I have not even finished this. And as you can see, there's no critters inside, but no pteranodons yet. What I do have is the grate for the water. What's kind of meant to be the grate, you know, working with the limitations of the game. These are just Stegosaurus cages that I placed here to look kind of like the little grate. You know, that allows the water to get through, but not the pteranodons. And then this is meant to be the little gate that the Kirby's and Grant went through, and that they also left open that allowed the pteranodons to escape. And here we have the river that they go down the boat. And you're gonna see this a lot. Every time the river goes through an enclosure fence, I put a little dam there. That basically will allow the water to go through, but not the dinosaurs. As you can see here, this is not complete. I just got the little outline done in with the pathway. But for this enclosure, this is the to be the enclosure that Eric Kirby's like, Grant, look, and they look right here, and it's the big open plain with the Brachiosaurus and some of the other herbivores. So going through the gate of this enclosure, you have a little dirt road that leads to Feeder Station 1. Keep going down the road, we got Feeder Station 2. Keep going down the road, we got across the river, Feeder Station 3. Alright, let's go into the dinosaurs in this enclosure. We got the JP3 male Brachiosaurus. Sadly, no females, mainly because nobody's ever made the female variant yet, where it's got no red on the neck and head. Kind of a shame, but it is what it is. Over here, we have the Jurassic Park 3 Triceratopses. We have the tan with the black stripes. And then we have the green with the white stripes. We have the Stegosaurus from the film with the very drab kind of green. And then over here we have my custom male variant of those Stegosaurus, where it's more vibrant green, some yellow plates. Next up we have the Ankylosaurus. If I can find any. I have to go onto the map. Must be blind because I'm not seeing. Oh, there they are. They're on this little corner. So we have the Operation Genesis Ankylosaurus. And then we have. That's the Operation Genesis. Here we go. We have the Jurassic Park 3 Ankylosaurus. The green back, the red base, and the tan belly. And something that wasn't in the movie, but I wanted to include in this enclosure anyways, is very fitting, is the Operation Genesis Kentrosaurus. I have two variants. I have like a tan variant and then like a green. So this is, I believe this is, let's see, let me see if I can find one that's not obscured by shadows. So here we have the green version. It's like an olive green. Okay. And then here we have the tan with the brown. Just a nice little inclusion I thought I'd put in the enclosure. But so yeah, so you come down the river, like they did in the boat. It splits here, you got a little lake down here, and then we got a little dam. Just kind of, this is actually a complete dam. This is what I want to make the others look like. As you can see, more Stegosaurus cages and concrete barriers. We go down here, we go through the river, it bends, and we got the Spinosaurus poo piles where they dig out the foam. And you might be able to guess what enclosure this is. This is the Ceratosaurus enclosure. We got two variants. We have two of these reds and two of these blues, total of 4. We got carnivore feeder station. And then we got a little goat feeder station. As you can see, there's power lines that run through here, just to add more decoration to this island. It's mainly just a mix of some open areas with some jungle. Nothing too special. And there's a gate over here, and then there's a gate over here. And over here we got a little staff center, along with a science center, and the Spinosaurus hatchery. You see, we got all these decorations with the crates and whatnot. But going back down the river, we make it into the Spinosaurus enclosure. And you probably know what this is, especially if you see the crane. This is the lake where the Spinosaurus sinks that boat. As you can see, it is overgrown. You know, it's been 4 years maybe. Maybe it just got way more swampy. To be honest here, I wanted some swampy terrain in here since it's the Spinosaurus enclosure. And you know the Spinosauruses, they love swamps. That's what they lived in real life. So I wanted to put some a bit marshy. So I just made this like a bit more overgrown. I also made their area for the piscivore feeders. And as you can see, we have a lot of the crates and the crane from the film. Just kind of submerged there. And we have 5 Spinosauruses in here. Here we have the one from the film with the blue on the fin, the red and brown and the gray. There she is. She's also accompanied by a male. That's meant to be kind of the Camp Cretaceous one. It's got all the red on the face and red on the sail to be the male. And then there's 3 juveniles. I mainly put these in here because in the original script for Jurassic Park 3, it's a scene that didn't really make it into the film. Wait, hold on. Let me see who's not doing too well. Cryptosaurus 08. What's wrong, buddy? Got no water. Alright, let's heal you. Are you stuck? I think he's in the social equation. Oh no, I'll get a shot for it so I can tranquilize you, buddy. That way we can get you moved. Sorry about these interruptions, guys, but the dinosaurs can get glitched and stuck sometimes and start to die, and that's not fun. So anyways, getting back to the babies, the juveniles. So in the original script for Jurassic Park 3, or one of the scripts, I'm not really too sure, but basically the Spinosaurus was originally meant to be a parent and have a juvenile at a little nesting site, and Cooper shot and killed the juvenile after it attacked him, and that's why his arm's injured when he runs out in front of the plane, being chased by the Spinosaurus and without his gun. And that's also why the Spinosaurus is supposed to be so aggressive towards the group and hunts them down throughout the entire movie. Just, you know, they killed like her kid, basically. Now that didn't make it into the movie, but that's basically what inspired me to put the juveniles in here. Basically, what if the Spinosaurus actually got a little happy ending and had a family. Over here in the Spinosaurus enclosure, we have the little goat feeder station. We have a fence into the Ceratosaurus enclosure for whatever reason. We have a little carnivore feeder station right next to the gate. And over here we have the runway where the plane lands, and then they run to the Spinosaurus. It's not perfect recreation. Honestly, I want to make it longer and bigger, but if I were, this enclosure would be ridiculously oversized to the point that it'd take up way too much room, and plus two, I wouldn't be able to do the rest of the scene of that scene, which you might be able to notice here. It's down a set, but I put the little staff center here to try and replicate that little building that was next to the runway. If you look in the background, you know, it's got a bunch of crates and a crane. Over here, this is just me taking creative liberties. A little viewing platform that's meant to be kind of like a control tower. I mean, it is a runway. I found it kind of odd that it doesn't have a little control tower. But yeah, it's got a bunch of crates, a bit overgrown. But we go for here. This is kind of meant to be where the plane crashes. Again, it's not perfect, right? Like, the plane went way further. Like, if that's the edge of the runway, the plane probably crashed more around this area. But, you know, creative liberties, you know, we gotta make the enclosures not too large. This is meant to be where the plane crashes. Unfortunately, there's no plane wreckage. There's really no way I can really create something that looks decent for the plane wreckage with the decorations we've got. Pretty unfortunate, but it is what it is. From there, this would be the little field that the Spinosaurus chases the humans through before the Spinosaurus gets stuck in the dense trees of this area. The group keeps going forward, and we're in the Tyrannosaurus enclosure now. This is meant to be where the T-Rex was feasting on the Parasaurolophus corpse, and as you can see, we got a little skeleton there to represent that. And then from there, the T-Rex chased the group through here. And here we have the battleground where that legendary scene took place. The Spino versus the Rex. It's got the dirt, it's got a tree, it's got the logs where Grant fell in between, and then the Rex stepped on top of it. As you can see, we got a gate here for funsies, right? You know, in case I don't really want to recreate that scene, but, you know, got more power lines going. And right here we have, right next to the Parasaurolophus corpse, or what remains of it, it's more of a skeleton at this point. But we got the carnivore feeder station and the prey feeder station. And over here we got 3 cages and the little pond. Let's get to the 4 Rexes we got the bull from the film. Even though he's dead, he's back. We got we got the 2K9 bull. Very nice design. We got the trespasser female. I mainly put this in here to give the 2K9 bull a mate. So as you know, these Rexes mate for life. And plus 2, for some reason, the person who made this mod didn't put in the trespasser male. He put in the trespasser alpha, but not the trespasser, like regular male that's green. So since there wasn't that male, I decided to put her in here, so I could have her, but not have her be without, I don't know, a partner. And then over here we have, well, it does have the skin of the doe. This is meant to be a little mate for the bull, the JP free bull that is, and I want to do the skin from the first game that was basically the doe, but it was way more red. It was like a reddish brown maroon kind of thing, way deeper red than the doe here. But that was basically the little companion to go with the JP free bull. But that skin didn't make it into this game. Nobody's that in mod, so here we go. We got the doe in here to take the place. But this is not meant to be the doe. This is just meant to be a little companion for that JP free bull rats. I am gonna do the buck, the doe, and a grown-up junior at some point, and one of these are enclosures. Not sure which one, but you know, eventually I'll get to it. You know, you just got a science center and hatchery for this enclosure. And yeah, I'd say that's pretty much it. I don't think I missed anything. I hope not. But that is what I've been working on for the past 2 weeks, and why, kind of part of why I've been silent, but that's not the full reason. I just don't have much to really upload at this time. You know, I don't have any new toy photography photos since this new house doesn't really have a yard for that. And in this new house that I moved to, I don't have a desk. I got a white dresser and shelves, and that's not really, you know, I can't really use that for photography, unfortunately. And I haven't really, I mean, I do have a new project work going on for custom paint, but I haven't done a lot with it to really warrant me making a post about it, I feel. And not to mention, for the past couple days, we did lose power and internet from a bad storm that blew in. So, yeah, so for Jurassic June, just to give you guys something, this is what I've been working on. My little Isla Sorna park. It's mainly Jurassic Park 3 and Operation Genesis right now, but I will get to the Lost World. As you can see from this little thing, this is my little mock-up. This isn't going to be where it's going to be, but this is my little work in progress mock-up for the raptor enclosure, the Lost World Raptors of the little engine town. With, you know, the little, not engine town, the little worker village. It's not one-to-one, but it's just me having fun with it. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this little video from me. Oh no. I'm gonna end it here and go deal with these low health dinosaurs. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope it's nice to get an update from me. I know I've been kind of radio silent for like 2 weeks, with the exception of the odd comment here and there on other people's posts. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, and happy Jurassic June. Thanks for watching.